Now, back to that Kevin Show with Kevin McCullough.
All right, welcome back. Very, very glad to have you with us. And I am, you may have noticed I'm in a little bit of a good mood tonight. Not only is it Journey to Bethlehem night, we're having a great time rolling out what I think is going to be a huge holiday success of a movie. And there's more of that to come in the Simon Desk weekend and in the Music Spotlight tonight. We got a lot of good things to look forward to. But I am very, very grateful, and I want to express that here and ask you to continue to help us. We started this year back in February with a goal of trying to help 192 human slaves be freed. These are women and children that were taken when they were kind of the spoils of war in Sudan. And in fact, if you want to kind of have an understanding of how they were treated, they were taken very similarly to the way the hostages were taken in Israel just a few weeks ago. The Arabs came in, took them violently from their home, in many instances, did highly, highly harmful things to them, raped them, assaulted them, etc. They've subjugated them into slavery in the north for a number of years. And when the global communities came together to end the war in Sudan, the civil war in Sudan, and they created South Sudan, everything got taken care of except the slaves. And there were about 185,000 at their highest point, their highest peak of people that were in slavery in the North. And so Christian Solidarity International and you and I and the people that have been working on this for a number of years have seen some great success. We believe that the number of people still in captivity is somewhere around 35,000, which means we've helped liberate probably more than 150,000 slaves over the years. There was no government system set up to do it. The way we have done it is very simple. Christian Solidarity International has basically an underground railroad. There are Arab retrievers, slave retrievers that work with Christian Solidarity International. They want a good relationship with the South. They go up into the North on our behalf. They find where the slaves are at. They enter into negotiations with the slave masters. At the end of the day, the slave master is usually willing to trade the life of one slave for a vaccine for their cattle. They can't get this vaccine anywhere. It's very valuable. It helps their cattle stay alive. And in exchange for a human life, they'll make that trade. CSI has the ability to secure this particular vaccine. It's called Navidium. It works very well. And because of that, they have been able to free numbers of slaves. What happens is after they are liberated, they return to South Sudan. There's a recovery camp where they go and they are met by CSI personnel right at the border. They are able to get medical help and all kinds of needs, psychological counseling. They're able to rediscover their Christian lineage, sometimes reclaim names that they've had taken away from them, et cetera, et cetera. And after they have been tended to and well received and helped to recuperate, they are then given this incredible gift called the Bag of Hope. And it's much bigger than just one bag, but just think about all of the things that someone who does not have anything might need to start their life over again. And that's what's in there. You've got tarps to protect from weather. You've got food for a year. You've got seed to plant food for another season. You've got utensils to cook and fish and clean with. You've got a Bible in their language. You've got a number of things that they're going to need in the weeks and months to come, and that's what's supplied in the Bag of Hope. Additionally, there is a little kid goat that is also given, usually a female, and what that means is that they have a way to breed more goats and have a little e-commerce for their life, and the goat will also give them milk and cheese and other things that they will need in that process. It's a really endearing gift, and it is a wealth to these slaves who have been so badly mistreated, beaten repetitively, called names that we don't even have an English equivalent for. They're so vile and profane. Told that they cannot keep their Christian faith. They have to adopt Muslim identities. Their genitals are mutilated because that's what the slave master says that the women must do in order to be a good Muslim woman. There's all kinds of abuse, sexual abuse, verbal abuse, physical abuse that they've endured. So to think about not having anything at all and then to be given this bag of hope, it is really just an incredible new beginning for them. And when they're given their goat, they are then they then work with the CSI people to figure out where they need to go, where their home was. They try to get them as close back to their original home. Some of these women were taken as children. They don't have much memory, but there's usually a way that with pastors and others on the ground that they're able to figure that out. And then when they get to their final destination, the party just starts. The local community comes out and rejoices that someone who was lost has come home again. And you make all that happen, friend. Your one-time gift of $250, that's all it costs, supplies all of that. All of the transportation, all of the bag of hope, everything that they need, that $250 supplies. We had a goal of 192 slaves that we were trying to liberate. As of this week, we are now sitting at 174 slaves freed, which means we have 18 more to go before the end of this year. And I do not want to let one of them slip through the cracks. I don't want a single one of them to slip through the cracks. So would you be so kind as to tonight, picking up a phone and making a gift right now? We could liberate the final 18 right now if we just had 18 people listening or watching across the country that said, you know what, if it was my family member, I would do anything I could to get them back. I honestly would. 888-342-1010 is the number. 888-342-1010, 888-342-1010. Or if you want to do it online, just go to bringherhome.org. Bring her home, bring her, the slave, home, bringherhome.org. bringherhome.org. You can give your gift online, or you can give it via the phone, 888-342-1010, 888-342-1010. I will tell you that because of your efforts in years past, we have liberated nearly 4,000 human beings from slavery, just us on this show personally. And I'm looking forward to seeing all 192 of these slaves returned home this year. Thank you so much for the 174. Let's go get the final 18 right now. 888-342-1010, 888-342-1010, or bringherhome.org. That's bringherhome.org.
Ready or not, we'll be right back. That Kevin